Liz and Brian, you've come here today to celebrate the love that you have for each other. Real love is something deeper than the romance and excitement of being in love. It is caring as much about the welfare and the happiness of your marriage partner as about your own. Real love is not total absorption into each other. It is looking outward together in the same direction. It makes you stronger, so you can be involved in life in ways you would not dare risk alone. Love is a fusion of two hearts, the union of two lives, the coming together of two tributaries, after which being joined in marriage will flow in the same channel, in the same direction. Brian and Liz, do you each come here today with love and joy in your hearts to give yourselves to each other forever and always? Brian and Liz have asked me to tell you how very happy they are that you, their family and friends, are here to participate with them in their wedding. You've traveled from as far as China, England, and Ireland, and all over the U.S. to be here today. Your presence unifies all time periods in their lives. They would also like to take a moment to recognize the many relatives and friends who are unable to be here. We keep Papa Melton and Doodle Watts very close to our hearts and minds today. We also remember those who are only here with us in spirit and in memory. Mama Melton, Pappy Watts, and Grandpa Lee. As family and friends, you form the community of support around this couple, because the path of life and love is meant to be walked together with all the human family. Each of us counts on relatives, friends, and neighbors for the caring and concern that replenishes our own ability to love. Liz and Brian marry this day in the midst of the affection and friendship of you all. I ask now for your blessing upon their marriage. Do you, family and friends, give your blessing and promise to support them as a couple in all the years to come? If so, please answer together, we do. We do. I'd like to invite Brian's longtime friend Mary to join us at the altar to present a reading.
I don't love you as if you were a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as one who loves certain obscure things, secretly, between the shadow of the soul. I love you as a plant that doesn't bloom, but carries the light of those flowers hidden within itself. And thanks to your love, the tight aroma that arose from the earth is trembling in my body. I love you without knowing how, or when, or wherefrom. I love you directly, without flowers or flies. I love you like this, because I don't know any other way of love than to love, except this one, in which I am not the very part of you, so close that your hand upon my chest is mine, so close that your eyes hold me.
Marriage is the spiritual, physical, and emotional joining of two lives. Beyond the joining of two persons, marriage is a sacred and spiritual commitment undertaken with open eyes, mind, and heart. What Brian and Liz mean to each other is clear in the way that they live their lives together, but is not easily expressed in the language of a ceremony. Let us understand that through this ritual, these two people are declaring publicly their intent to enter into a relationship of enduring, eternal love. A relationship this sacred must not be entered into casually, but thoughtfully and deliberately. As with all relationships, marriage is an endless presentation of choices about how we want to be with one another. Brian and Liz, your marriage will no doubt be filled with surprises, some you will welcome, while others will test the strength and flexibility of your bond. Choose every chance you get for greater unity. You've reflected upon and shared with me the values you hold most dear in your relationship: generosity, authenticity, and growth. That these ideals guide and shape you in your marriage. Generosity is centered upon selfless motivation. You give up any notion of who is giving, what is being given, and who is receiving. Be generous in expressing your love. Be open to receive love from each other. Be flexible and forgiving with each other. Generosity can also be about giving up our own need to be right. Let your relationship be a catalyst that transforms you into the expression of your highest selves. Share not only with yourselves, but with those around you, through your interactions with each other, through your chosen career paths, and by the way you move through this world. You have the opportunity to live out what true giving means. Be authentic. Let your hearts be safe and at home with each other. We both believe in learning to see and accept one another for who you really are. To be human is to want acceptance, but to fear judgment and rejection. Practice openness by allowing your partner to express him and herself, even when you disagree, even when your way feels like the right way. Encourage each other to think big and to follow your dreams no matter how wild they seem. Remind yourself that when you practice compassion and understanding for your partner, the person whom you adore, yet who drives you crazy, you begin to walk your spiritual talk. And finally, growth. Continue to take care of yourself, making time for health and well-being, so that you may walk alongside one another for as long as your bodies will allow. The future ahead has many memories to be made, long conversations, and laughter that can never be contained. Carry the passion inspired from this day with you on your everyday adventures, on every bike ride, on every neighborhood walk that you take with Brody. Use the time that you have to stretch yourselves, to find room for things of the spirit, and to push for your growth as a couple. With this, you will strengthen your team a little bit each day. When difficulty, frustration, and fear assail your relationship, remember to focus on what is right and good between you, not only the part that seems wrong. And if each of you takes total responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. Let us thank the Lord for his many blessings. Brian and Liz would like to acknowledge 4 very special people, without whom this day would not be possible: their parents. They've traveled here, bringing a container of soil from the place that Brian and Liz first called home. This soil represents the unique environment that you each come from, and the joining today of 2 families. Over the past 4 years, little did you know, new soil was forming, and now a seed is about to sprout. Your new baby is here today, present and participating in its own way, awaiting its time to emerge. You've chosen this Japanese maple in its delicacy and elegance to symbolize the new life and magical transformation taking place. Underneath the soil surface, another type of growth begins today. As husband and wife, you will cultivate roots that give depth, structure, and stability to your new home. This tree signifies the blending of elements required to nurture new life, a solid foundation, and hope in the road ahead. With this ceremony, you're making a commitment to each other and to your child. Tend to your garden with patience and love, so that your children and grandchildren may one day draw inspiration beneath the canopy of this tree.